Evening. It's Ellen Lewis from Crazy for You. Welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight. So, I wanted to talk tonight about an article that I read in Vogue magazine, not Vogue Knitting, but Vogue magazine. And it was called The 10 Essential Sweaters Every Wardrobe Needs to Have. I think that's what it was called, something like that. Let's see. It's 10 Essential Sweaters Every Wardrobe Should Contain. So, how on earth could you not be excited to hear what Vogue magazine thinks are the sweaters that everyone needs to have? So I was interested because I've been reading, knitwear is trending for fall. Shocking, really? Knitwear trending for fall? I don't think knitwear ever goes out of style, but it's sort of interesting to see how the different shapes and styles and whatnot change from year to year and season to season. And, if you're in my wardrobe from decade to decade. So anyway, what I thought I would do is to show you the sweaters that author Laura Lajeunesse thinks are essential for every wardrobe, and kind of go through those ones that I think are essential. But most importantly, I wanted to share with you some of the patterns that I found in Ravelry from designers that I like and trust that would allow you to actually knit those sweaters yourself. So I thought that would be really, really fun to do tonight. So, hey, everybody. Hey, Amelia. Hey, Risa. Nice to see you. Jal, Gwen, good to see you. Hey, Katie. Hey, Eveline. Oh my goodness, Norma, Valerie. Oh my goodness, it's so nice to see everybody here. Thank you so much for joining me. So let me go ahead and bring that up and I will share it with you. So hang on just a quick second. I thought I had this already up, but there it is. Okay. So, all right. So the first trend or sweater that everyone should have in their closet is called the Breton sweater. And I'm sure you have seen this from time to time. I don't know how you could not see it. It's been popular forever, and it's very iconic on actresses from Audrey Hepburn to Brigitte Bardot. You see it on Kate Middleton, and you've even seen it on Kurt Cobain if you follow him or did follow him or any of that. So it's basically a sweater that was made popular in the Breton region of France because it's worn by French sailors. So it's really, really beautiful. And these are the four that they have. So this one is from La Linea. Check out the prices on this too. This one's at Nordstrom's for $175. This one is Cool, the Sophie sweater, $298. This one is Alex Mill, $120, and Tory Burch has one for $258. So let me bring up the ones that I wanted to show you. They are here. So, okay, so Ravelry absolutely has a ton of them. And the first one that I really like is called Parnell, and this is by Barocco. And this is really cute. Let me bring it up. You can see the picture. So drop shoulder, very cute. It's worked in a sport weight yarn. It's worked flat and seamed. It has a drop shoulder, as I said. And I think this would be beautiful in Kelborn Scout. So I think that's a really pretty one. Don't rush to take notes or anything. I will have links to all this in the blog, so no worries. That's Scout. Okay, so the next one is by Martin Story. This is a cotton version. It's worked in Summerlight DK. This is really cute. The top section here is worked in garter stitch, which gives it a really nice look. It's a raglan sleeve, but it is worked flat and seamed. So we have a wool version and we have a cotton version. And I think this is really cute, the way they've played with the color there, which you absolutely can do. And the next one, it's even called Breton pullover. This is very, very classic. This is by Laura Zucate. This is a top down. It's worked in worsted weight cotton, knitted gauge of 19 stitches over 4 inches. And it has a raglan sleeve. And it has an option for either a full sleeve or a raglan sleeve. I think it's beautiful. And honestly, I think hand knit cotton would be a perfect choice for this garment. Am I going too fast? Hi, Rita. Nice to see you. Here's another one, just another little quick take. You'll notice that the colors are typically navy and white or black and white. Navy and white, or what they call marine blue, is the most traditional color that you'll see if you're in France. And I don't think there's a French woman who doesn't own one, at least one of these sweaters. So this is called the Breton pattern. It's by Yenna Dasher. This is a top down with a set in sleeve. I think it's really, really cute. It has waist shaping, and it's worked in a sport DK wool at a gauge of 24 stitches over 4 inches. And if you like this one, I think it would be absolutely perfect in the Rowan Cash Soft Baby. That would be beautiful. And I would do that, maybe see how the blue is just a little bit brighter. Really depends on kind of on your wardrobe, what blue you wear, whether you wear blue at all. Maybe you wear black and white. I probably would do it in black. You could even do it in pink. The idea is that you have these stripes and then you have this yoke that's lighter, but not always. This is a cute one from Jared Flood. This is by... Yeah, again, this is worked flat. This is in a fingering weight yarn. So fingering weight wool. This is pretty. If you notice in the back, it has English tailoring, which means that the shoulder shaping has been set way back and happens only on the rear panel. But this would be really pretty in Kelborn Camper. I like that. And the last one, of course, is by Amy Herzog. If you're a custom fit knitter, you recognize this as Seguin. And it's a V-neck, and you can do any yarn and any gauge that you like. So what do you guys think? Do you like the Breton style sweater? Is that something you already own, either in a hand knit that you made yourself, or is it something that you would consider adding to your wardrobe? I think one of the reasons it's so nice is because the stripes make it incredibly versatile, because you can wear either color on the bottom. And it's such a great look. You can wear it with jeans. You can wear it with white pants. It looks really crisp. You could wear it with black pants or whatever color you did the stripe in. You could wear it with a skirt. You know, it always feels sort of current and stylish. I think traditionally it has a boat neck, but I don't wear boat necks. So I think, you know, you could definitely do it in a scoop neck or a crew neck. So tell me in the comments if that's something that you would make. Let's see. Amelia said several commercial. Yes. So good. All right. Well, I think it would be really, really fun. So let me get back to my next. You can hear my pupper. All right, Ellen, what have you got here? So the next one that I wanted to share with you, the next trend is cables. So cables. Oh, I was going to say cables. Fisherman sweater is the next one. I have cables on my list, but fisherman sweater is the next one. So when they say fisherman sweater, they are talking about the very classic, you know, heavily cabled, traditionally Aran sweater. That's what I call it. They're traditional in Ireland and you see them all over, but these are a new take on it. So what I like about kind of this format is that it's giving you sort of room to say, yes, I want the very traditional version, or, you know, maybe you want just a little updated, or you want something that's completely different. So let me show you this one. This is a very oversized. I can't bring it up right now. Oh, well, it won't let me bring it up. But you can see that they have a couple versions here. This one is a really heavily cabled white. This green one has more, it's a little bit more, it's not bringing me up, is it? Yeah, a little bit more graphic, you know, angular. The cables are a little more angular. This one, actually, if you look at it close up, is a fisherman rib, kind of a brioche styling. And then this one is your traditional cable. So this was pretty easy to do. You can see the different, hang on, you can see the different ones in Ravelry. It's very easy to find those. Where is it? All right. Where is my Fisherman? Oh my goodness. Okay, Fisherman sweaters. Pardon me. It's taking me a minute. I'm going fast. I'm trying to get through all of this. We have so many to get through, and I just want to make sure. And it looks like I missed this one. So this is a beautiful one. I think this is absolutely lovely. This is called Savin by Megan Babin. It's absolutely beautiful. It would be lovely in Juniper Moon Santa Cruz. It's a unisex design and it's worked in worsted. I think this just has a beautiful construction. It's a very traditional construction, the way that shoulder line works. I think that's beautiful. It's thoroughly modern, but it's also very timeless. And I would be remiss if I did not mention Martin Story. He is the king of classic cables, and this is a beautiful one. Again, this is a modern take on a very classic cable design. Do you see how it's oversized and it has a drop shoulder versus the traditional saddle shoulder that you find in a fisherman's sweater? But I think it's absolutely lovely. And then we have the Dock Light by Julie Hoover, which is beautiful. This is more similar to the teal one that has the kind of angular cables. So it's got a little bit of a fisherman rib and the cables in there. So more close fitting, but a little lighter on the cables. So a little more of a reinterpretation of that cabled sweater, but I think beautiful. And Julie Hoover is just such a wonderful designer. Everything she does is spectacular. And, you know, the attention to detail is just amazing. So the last one in the cabled section, we'd be absolutely remiss if we did not address Alice Starmore, the queen of cables. Look at this gorgeous piece. I think this is just spectacular, as all Alice Starmore garments are. Look at the cables and this beautiful treatment around the neck. This is an absolutely timeless sweater. This would be so much fun to knit, but also something that you could wear and treasure just forever, I think. It's just absolutely lovely. So I see I have some comments here. We like the... Okay, so here we go. Rita thinks that you can't wear stripes if you have a fuller figure. And I think that's not true. I think stripes can absolutely work for you. It really depends on so many things. I think you just have to find the stripe that's right for you. And finding the one that's right for you is not something you want to do while you're knitting it or after you're knitting it. You want to find the stripe that's right for you before you knit it and then make that one. So it does take a little, a little research and a few trips to the store to try things on and see what you like. But you absolutely can wear stripes. So not to worry about that. 3 colors as a gradient. Yes, that would be pretty. Okay. Hi, Barbara. Oh, you also avoid the stripes. Oh my goodness. We have a lot of stripe phobic people here. All right. Yes, we need to do a fisherman's rib. So which one do you like of the fisherman's knits? Which one? Tell me which one you like. Yes. Isn't that gorgeous? I think everyone loves that. Just how can you not, right? All right. So let me find my thing again. You would think that with 2 screens, it would be easy for me to do this, but it actually isn't. Okay, so we have the cables, fisherman's sweater. All right, now, some of these looks I'm in for, some of them I'm not, and some of them make me go, oh my gosh, I can't wait to do that. So I'm all about the black turtleneck. So I think a black turtleneck is obviously something that you definitely want to have in your wardrobe. I'm sure you have at least one, if not two. I probably have 3 or 4, several cotton ones, a rayon one, a sleeveless one. I just knit a black V-neck. But as knitters, knitting black stuff is not that much fun. So I think that can be sort of challenging. Um, But if you think about a black sweater, they really are a wardrobe basic. They go under everything. They're always effortlessly chic. So having a black sweater is probably worth the struggle to knit it. So I would definitely do that. I'm totally in for that. And I had some here that I thought were really cute. Of course, Turtle Dove is a beautiful turtleneck version. This is knitted in a super light yarn. We have knitted in the Katia Cotton Merino. So very pretty. You can make it long sleeved or short sleeved. I think it's beautiful. This one by Georgia Farrell is worked in a very light yarn, 2 light yarns held together. It's worked in the Rowan fine lace plus kid silk haze. Isn't that pretty? I think that's just beautiful. Now picture that in black. How beautiful that would be with the texture of those 2 yarns together. And then, of course, this one by Martin Story, just a beautiful basic. This would be really pretty in the black soft yak decay. Just a real classic wardrobe builder. I think that's beautiful. And then for those of you who are big fans of top down, I love Hinterm Stein. I think this is really pretty. This would be fun to knit with the little detail at the cuff, and look at this pretty detail at the raglan line. I don't know that you would see this detail as much in black as you do in this kind of nice neutral, but it would still be pretty to, it would be nice, make it fun to knit. So anyway, that's kind of a fun one, I thought. All right, so that is that. Let's see what else I have. Okay, so after the black turtleneck, they're talking about cardigans. Okay, yes, everybody needs a cardigan. This is a pretty one they have from The Farmer's Daughter. It's cabled. This is kind of a Chanel style with a little collar. I don't love that one myself. But these 2 are just beautiful. A V-neck button sweater in this kind of what we call average sweater length, and then a long line cardigan buttoned with a deep V-neck, I think is really pretty. And you notice that they have kind of a subtle shading here. This is worked with a jacquard style, which is another word for machine stranding at a very fine gauge. But you could also get that effect with a subtle hand-dyed. I probably would use a hand-dyed mohair over a pale yarn to get that effect without having to do a lot of extra work. And the ones that I thought were really beautiful from Ravelry were this one by Joji Locatelli. It's called the Farm Twist Jacket. That's really cute, that little cable jacket. It reminds me of the first one that the Vogue pattern shows. This, of course, is worked top down because that's how Joji Locatelli does. And I think it would be very fun to knit and beautiful to wear. This is by Martin Story. It's called Sundew. Again, heavily cabled. Martin Story does his things knit flat and seamed, but I think it's really pretty. That's worked in a DK weight yarn, so you could do that in Summer Light DK. You could do it in Alpaca Soft DK. Really, a variety of them would work for this. I think this one is also beautiful. Geiger. Love this. This is just, to me, like a perfect cardigan. This is by Nora Gone, in case you couldn't guess. you can tell her style almost anywhere, just very clean and geometric with almost an organic feel. Here you see it in the dark. That looks like a navy to me, but it could be an off black. Isn't that beautiful? So interesting to knit and flattering to wear. I don't think it's something that you would get tired of wearing. I do think this would be a wardrobe basic that you could just have and wear forever and ever. So I think that's just gorgeous. This one, also by Joji Locatelli, another wardrobe piece, very pretty, a long line cardigan. Whoops. With the cables, just baby cables, easy to wear. Look at that, fun to knit, easy to wear. Deep length there. I think that's really pretty. And then I like this one by Melissa Worley. Similar kind of concept. This reminds me of that gray sweater that they showed in the article, just a gray V-neck button-up. But look at this detail here at the side where that ribbing goes up into this beautiful diagonal with a split hem. I think that's beautiful. This would be lovely in Juniper Moon's yarn Santa Cruz, which is an organic merino wool. It's a beautiful yarn and it would last in this garment. You could wear this forever and ever. So I think that's beautiful. And then of course, another one by Hinterm Stein. Very basic with a little pocket. So simple, just wear everywhere. Pretty little detail here at the border and at the cuff. And I also like this little asymmetrical or uneven button spacing. I think that's really, really cute. So that's a fun one. All right, so what do we have next? Let me get close these all out. All right, what is after that? Okay, so in this, where is it? Oh my goodness, sorry. There's another one called just basic pullovers. They have one called cashmere sweater. Here it is. A cashmere pullover. And then they also have a section called a crew neck. So I just kind of lumped those together because you might want to knit this, but you might not necessarily want to knit it in cashmere. So I think the point is that what you're looking for is a fine gauge pullover in a luxurious fabric. So let me show you what they look like. Okay, so these are the cashmere ones. They have one from Gap. They have a V-neck one, and then they have this nice with a scoop neck in the front and the back. And then this is pretty with this kind of shaped hem. And then they just have crew necks, which are just some basic sweaters, So what I did is like I said, I lumped those together, and I wanted to show you some that I thought were really pretty from Ravelry that you could knit yourself. Okay, so this is really pretty. This is from Anke Strick. She's a German designer, and it's knit from the top down in a fingering weight yarn. So just a fine gauge, very, very basic pullover with, it's not quite a crew neck. I don't wear crew necks myself, but I think this is a nice kind of open, a scoop neck, sort of a compromise between a deep neck and a crew neck. So I think that's very pretty. This one's called Revival. Again, I do love Hinterm Stein. I think this is a beautiful one. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. So again, a V-neck with this pretty little detail around it. I like that. This is worked in a sport weight yarn, very straight body, but you have an option. She gives you in this pattern, she gives you an option to do a straight body or to do an A-line. And she also gives you the option to modify the sleeve to be a standard tapered sleeve or to have it be a balloon sleeve, which is kind of nice. And then this last one is kind of a nod to the one that has the curved hem. Just a basic pullover that has that little bit of a curve here, which can be very, very flattering on some figure types. So I think that's a way to, update that particular look. So I think that's kind of cool. All right. Okay, and the next to last one, I hope we have a chance to get through all of these, is the half zip hoodie. Or those are two different categories. They call them a half zip. We used to call them Henleys, and a knit hoodie. I do have a presentation for that, but we're running out of time. So I did want to get to the one that I think is kind of most important, which is they call it the Fair Isle. So let me bring that up for you. Whoops. Oh my goodness. Like I said, you would think this would be easy with all of these things that I have, but it isn't. And anyway. All right. So just real quick, here's the half zip Henley looking sweaters. I don't know that I consider those to be wardrobe basics myself. And these are hoodies. Of course, I do have a pattern and I will link to it in the when I post this. But yeah, I don't know that I would necessarily find this to be a wardrobe basic as a hand knit. I also don't think I feel like an oversized turtleneck is a wardrobe essential, or a polo sweater being a wardrobe essential. I do think some kind, they call it a Fair Isle. I think some kind of a stranded sweater is kind of a basic, especially now. It's definitely trending now. You see it everywhere. And honestly, I don't think you can ever go wrong with one of these beautiful sweaters. They have these, this is more of an Icelandic style. Remember that non-knitters tend to think of all colorwork sweaters as Fair Isle. They're not, of course. Every cultural diaspora or ethnicity in these northern climates has their own version of stranded colorwork. The Norwegians have one. The Scottish ones from the Fair Isles have their own. The Icelandics have one. So you can see that these are not really actual Icelandic or Fair Isle sweaters. Rather, they are interpretations of them. But on Ravelry, of course, we do have beautiful kind of more traditional ones that I want to share with you. So this one I think is beautiful. This gal, Jennifer Steingass, does a lovely job with all of these kind of Icelandic style sweaters. And this is one that I particularly like. I think it's beautiful. And she has done, really a whole host of them. You can see all of her sweaters here, very similar in, in style. So I think that's a really pretty one. This one is kind of a take on the Fair Isle, a little updated. This unisex sweater, just in two colors, which is very pretty and subtle if you prefer a more subtle look. Fair Isle stranded doesn't have to be, multicolors. It can be a very, very subtle look like this. And then, of course, Caitlin Hunter does a ton of stranded sweaters. And this is one that I think is pretty. And it reminds me of the all over stranded sweater that they showed in the Vogue article. This would be beautiful in a Noro Subami. This is worked in a DK weight yarn. So this would be beautiful with Noro Subami and Scout. Then you wouldn't have to change the colors. The beautiful Noro would do its magic all by itself. So I am done. I did, I did it. There was a ton of stuff to get through. And I just wanted to share with you those sweaters that people in magazines like Vogue who really think about styles and trends and stuff are considering kind of wardrobe basics. Do you consider them wardrobe basics? Are they sweaters that you would really want to bring into your wardrobe? And if so, which ones do you like? And which of the Ravelry versions do you like best? Maybe there are some that you prefer that you found yourself. I would love to hear about it. In the chat or what, like I said, when I post this, I'll be posting this on the blog next week. So yeah. So anyway, I hope you have found this fun. I had fun putting it together for you, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Till then, have a great week and knit something beautiful. Good night.